Hey everyone, welcome back to our trading lesson series. Today we're tackling a big one, a question that seems to pop up every time the market takes a dip. Is Bitcoin dead? And by extension, does the cryptocurrency market still have any real potential? You've seen the headlines, the dramatic price charts, and maybe even your friends or family have started asking if that internet money thing is finally over. It's a valid question, and it deserves a serious, level-headed answer. So, let's dive deep, cut through the noise, and look at what's really going on. First, let's address the Bitcoin is dead narrative. This isn't a new story. In fact, if you search for it, you'll find hundreds, if not thousands, of articles and posts declaring the end of Bitcoin, going all the way back to its early days. Every time there's a major price correction, a so-called bear market, the skeptics come out in full force. They point to the volatility, the lack of widespread daily use for payments, and the regulatory uncertainty as proof that it's all just a bubble waiting to burst for good. And to be fair, these are legitimate concerns. The price swings can be stomach-churning, and the path to becoming a global currency is anything but clear. But here's the thing. Despite all these declarations of its demise, Bitcoin is still here. Not only is it here, but its underlying network, the blockchain, has become more secure and robust than ever before. Each time it survives a crash, it seems to come back stronger, with more people understanding its core value proposition. So, what is that core value? It's not just about getting rich quick. At its heart, Bitcoin represents a new kind of asset. It's decentralized, meaning no single government, bank, or corporation controls it. It's censorship-resistant, allowing for the transfer of value across borders without a middleman. And it's verifiably scarce. We know for a fact there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. In a world where central banks can print money seemingly without limit, the idea of a digital asset with a fixed supply is incredibly powerful. Think of it less like a currency for buying coffee and more like digital gold. It's a store of value, a hedge against inflation and economic instability, and from this perspective, the short-term price fluctuations, while dramatic, are less important than the long-term trend of adoption and the strengthening of its network. Now, let's talk about the broader cryptocurrency market. Is it just a sea of scams and meme coins with no real-world value? While there are certainly plenty of those, dismissing the entire industry would be like dismissing the entire internet in the late 90s because of all the failed dot-com companies. The reality is, beneath the surface-level hype, incredible innovation is happening. We're seeing the rise of decentralized finance, or DeFi, which aims to rebuild the entire financial system lending, borrowing, trading, insurance on the blockchain without the need for traditional banks. This has the potential to make financial services more accessible, transparent, and efficient for everyone, especially for the billions of people worldwide who are unbanked or underbanked. Imagine getting a loan without having to go through a bank, or earning interest on your savings that's significantly higher than what traditional institutions offer. This is already happening in the world of DeFi. Then there's the world of NFTs, or non-fungible tokens. While they got famous for digital art and collectibles, the underlying technology has far-reaching implications. An NFT is basically a unique, verifiable digital certificate of ownership. This can be applied to anything: event tickets, property deeds, intellectual property rights, academic credentials, and even your digital identity. This technology could revolutionize how we prove ownership and interact with digital assets, making fraud more difficult and giving creators more control over their work. We are also seeing blockchains being used to improve supply chain management, ensuring the authenticity and ethical sourcing of goods from farm to table. We're seeing decentralized social media platforms being built, giving users ownership of their data instead of big tech companies. The list of potential use cases is enormous, and we are still in the very early stages of exploring what's possible. It's like we're in the first inning of a 9-inning baseball game. Of course, with great potential comes great risk. The crypto market is still the Wild West in many ways. Regulation is a huge question mark. Governments around the world are still figuring out how to approach this new technology. Some are embracing it, while others are trying to crack down on it. This regulatory uncertainty creates volatility and risk for investors. There's also the risk of scams, hacks, and project failures. Not every crypto project will succeed. In fact, most of them will likely fail, just like most startups in any new industry. That's why education is so incredibly important. You have to be able to distinguish between projects with real fundamentals, a strong team, and a genuine use case, and those that are just riding a wave of hype. This means doing your own research, reading white papers, understanding the technology, and not just buying something because its price is going up or because someone on social media told you to. So, let us bring it all back to our original question. Is Bitcoin dead and is there still potential? I think the evidence strongly suggests that Bitcoin is far from dead. It has established itself as a legitimate, alternative store of value, a digital gold for the 21st century. Its network has proven to be incredibly resilient. As for the broader crypto market, the potential is immense. We are witnessing the birth of a new technological and financial infrastructure, Web3, that could fundamentally change how we interact with the internet and with each other. But it's not a one-way ticket to riches. The path forward will be volatile, filled with booms and busts, winners and losers. Success in this space won't come from blindly throwing money at the latest trending coin. It will come from patience, continuous learning, and a deep understanding of the technology and its long-term value. Think of it like investing in the early internet. If you had bought Amazon or Google stock in the late 90s and held on through the dot-com crash, you would have done incredibly well. But if you had invested in Pets.com, you would have lost everything. The key was to identify the companies that were building real, lasting value. The same principle applies to crypto. The challenge and the opportunity is to identify the Amazons and Googles of the Web3 world. So, instead of asking if crypto is dead, perhaps a better question is, where is the real innovation happening, and how can I position myself to be a part of it for the long term? The potential is still very much there, but it demands a thoughtful, educated, and patient approach. Don't let the short-term noise distract you from the long-term signal. Thanks so much for tuning in for this lesson. I hope this gave you a more balanced perspective on the future of Bitcoin and the crypto market. It's a fascinating, complex, and rapidly evolving space. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next lesson. We've got a lot more to cover. Stay curious, stay educated, and I'll see you in the next video.